playing Roll for Crit at the PhD Speed Gaming event. We're here with Luke from Northstar Games, who has some games to show us. So why don't you start us off?
Okay, well, first one is Evolution, and you all have talked about it on your show. This is our first strategy game for the company, launched about 2 years ago at Gen Con, and it's been fabulously successful. There's a lot of things I think that has made the game as popular as it is, and one of which is the theme. People like the theme of evolution. And the reason we were drawn to this game is originally Russian design, designed by a biologist actually. It's not really a game designer. So we took it and we liked the idea of using cards to evolve the species and create an ecosystem over time. So all the cards, and these are just a sampling of them, have various traits that are evolutionary and that people understand. We try to keep it kind of intuitive. And you use those traits to give those traits to the animals, to give it that ability. You can also use these cards to discard them to increase your body size and your population. You can add more species and you start developing an ecosystem that works together. Like some of these cards have arrows, so they work in conjunction with other species. Yes. And the idea is you're all competing for a singular resource, which is food. The more food you eat, the more successful your species. What happens, of course, is everyone's doing this and there's inevitably conflict because there's not enough food to feed everybody. And so a lot of these traits help you deal with that. Like you can evolve into a carnivore and then you're no longer eating the plant food that's in the watering hole, you're attacking other species.
Yeah. We've played it multiple times, we've loved it because it really allows you to control not only one, you can have multiple species and sort of grow them as you would like to see.
Right, kind of customized to your liking, which is cool.
Yeah, and the other thing I really like about the game is it's got sort of a engine building resource management mechanic to it, but your engine can devolve or degrade over time, which is not true in a typical Euro game, right? Because there's so much interaction and conflict in the game. Every turn is different. You have to pay attention to what everybody is doing. Otherwise, you could really, be.
Yeah, no, that's one of the cool things that actually matches the theme. Is you have to adapt to the situation each turn. Yeah. Sometimes everyone threw food in there, so you're like, oh, so I don't have to worry as much.
Right.
Other times you're like, maybe now's the time to start eating people.
Right. Or there's people, carnivores out there, and you're like, oh, I'm just going to be a scavenger, and I'm going to build this scavenger cooperation chain, and then someone decides, I ate everything last turn, there's no more targets I can get. I'm going to not be a hunter, I'm going to evolve away from being carnivore, and then your scavenger has nothing to eat, right? Yeah. And you put in negative food, so it's like, you really, there's just a lot of ebbs and flows and ups and downs with this game. It's very dynamic, and it's great. It takes an hour to play. And then we, last year, we came out with the flight expansion. Obviously, that adds birds to the mix. Birds have different places they can eat, called the cliffs. Pack hunting carnivorous birds will ruin your whole day, as I'm sure you can imagine. Birds have to feed their body size, which is not true in the base game. That's one difference because wings require more energy. Right. So again, we try to keep the theme and the mechanics really aligned.
No, and I think you did succeed amazingly well. It really does capture that nature feeling without losing the game elements.
Right.
Which is really impressive.
Yeah, so that's, I think we have a climate version coming out at the end of the year, and the climate will talk about pack hunting carnivorous birds. The climate is not your friend.
If you thought it was hard to deal with friends, now you got the weather.
Yeah, it's a brain burner. I mean, if you like really heavy games, like the base game Evolution, I would say is not quite entry level, but it's close. Settlers like a Tonish level.
Yeah.
Flight bumps it up a little bit, but climate is definitely a much higher level. And so for your real alpha gamers, I think that they're going to love that version.
Yeah, some people in our group will love it, some people will not.
And we try to have that breadth there.
Right.
There's so much under the hood with the base game.
Oh, we should mention that I know in the base, I couldn't remember come to fight, but there is in the end of the game, you could actually look and name your species.
Yes.
Depending on what traits they have and stuff, which comes out with quite funny names.
Yeah.
So real quick,
speaking of funny names, we have Happy Salmon. All right. Now, this is a completely different experience than Evolution.
It's not adding fish to the game.
So all you do, I took the unopened copy, of course. So
bear with us.
In this game, there are 4 cards. You have the Pound it, that's pretty obvious what that is. That's a fist bump, okay? You've got a switcheroo where you change positions with the other player.
All right.
All right, you have a high five, okay? And the patented Happy Salmon, where you stick your forearm out and you slap forearms. Like a fish, right? You're flapping like a fish. So you have, everyone's got 12 cards, so there's 4 actions, so there's 3 cards of each action. And do the countdown, everybody starts, everybody's going at the same time. And so let's say you're the blue player, okay? And let's say you're the red player, all right? And shuffle them up real quick, and then all you do, that's all you gotta do for the purposes of this demonstration.
Okay.
You turn the cards over like this. So we all have something showing. We start calling this out because we need someone to match us on this action. I can't high five myself.
Right.
So you and I be like, high five, high five. Oh, you got a high five. So we do it, and then we discard the card. And then we go to the next one.
The 2.
Right? And so, and if you're stuck and somebody doesn't have your thing, you can put it at the bottom and go to the next card to try to find a match. So imagine you've got 6 players going on, and we're all running around the table, and we're doing high fives and pounders. So the person to get rid of their cards first wins.
That actually sounds really great.
It's 60 seconds of pure mayhem.
Yeah, I love that. I love when you do something perfectly that well. Just
Right.
It's very simple. It's just, like you said, the 3 cards.
Yeah. Oh, you
And
just
I just
find a match.
imagine, people freaking out like, Happy Salmon, Happy
Yeah,
Salmon!
it's nuts. And then there's a silent variant where you have to make the motion, but you can't say it.
That's good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it is literally 60 seconds of the most pure fun you can have. I mean,
So
it's just
all of these are available right now.
yes.
And Climate later in the year, right?
Yes.
For Evolution and Happy Salmon. And this is Real for Great at Speed Gaming, and thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we definitely recommend checking these out because they're a lot of fun.